Hey y'all, welcome to the shop tour. Today I'm going to show you guys some of the essential things that you need if you're going to start having your own little shop at your home. Stick with me. So this is the shop. This is my shop. It's not huge, but it gets the job done. There's literally nothing in this shop that I can't do if I need to do it. I've got some collectibles, pretty cool from when Tack Vanes first started. They were Recon Archery. Got old Chance, Levi Morgan signature. Got the old PSE. Some old bows and spears. My good buck. It's a Pennsylvania kill. Nice deer. I shot my highest, one of my highest scores indoors, which was I want to say a 300 with 56 with a bow hunter setup using these arrows. This is another PA buck. Got some cool little stuff there. Just some arrows. You know, keep your eye out for these bad boys. There might be something special in the works coming for your subscribers. And then this is a Kentucky buck with cobwebs all over him, but I shot him in Kentucky. Good deer. But this is my shop. It's nothing fancy, but it has everything you need and more than the average Joe needs. But a little tour of the shop. I hope you like it. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. One of the first things you're going to need is a good bow press. I like Last Chance. Covers all the bows from super long axles, short axles. The one thing you have to watch out for though is now that the bows are getting wider and the limbs, the limb pockets are getting wider, limbs are getting wider, you're going to need to have upgraded fingers. They believe they make a kit for it for people like me that already have a set. Hopefully, maybe, I don't know. The new ones come out with those fingers so they extend so you can cover the limbs so you're getting even pressure when you're pressing your bow. This is a must if you're going to start doing your own work. The next thing you're going to need is something to fletch your arrows with. I highly suggest everyone fletches their own arrows. That way you can really dial in exactly what works best for your setup. Here I have my Vanemaster Pro from Last Chance. This was one of the first models that came out. I love this thing. It is great for most fletchings. I have a little bit of problem when I started using the Tack Vanes because there's such a narrow base. They kind of want to push through. But other than that, I love this thing. You have all your adjustments that you could freaking think about. If you can see up in here, that's left helical, right helical, everything you need. I love this thing. Definitely worth the money. Now, I also have, I'm gonna bring you with me. I also have this old Jojan. Now I use this for feathers when I'm doing feathers on indoor bows. I have a right helical to only be used with right wings, of course, straight with an offset. This thing is money. I've had this forever, have used it for everything from blazers to feathers, and I love it. It's not super technical. You can't do a lot with it, but it is a great one. Definitely worth having in the bag if you want to do multiple arrows and you only do like a slight offset, straight, or whatever helical they offer. So the next thing that everyone needs to have in their home shop, if you have a fletcher and you're fletching your own arrows, they need to have a good arrow saw. This is crucial. This is how you can dial in your arrows. If you're more of a target shooter, you're going to want to trim and play until you get the best groups. It takes a lot of time, but it's so worth it in the end. It's something that just puts you that little extra accuracy. But you can buy your cheap arrows cheaper. Buy them by the dozen, cut them yourself, fletch them yourself. Then you know you're making the best quality and you're not just, you're not leaving your fate in someone else's hands. You put in the time, you put in the work, build the best possible arrows you can. Right there? That's key. The next thing that every home shop needs is a good bow vise. I love this vise. You need one of these because when you're working on your bow, you need to have a way of holding it, right? So with a bow vise, you can get to everything super easy. You're not hunched over. You'll be able to put on your rests, make sure everything's level. You got your stabilizer brackets you can put on. And the other thing I really like is that with this particular one, break it loose, tip it. You can have it set up to work on your bow. And I'll show you. You can tip it over like that. Wow. And then the other cool thing about it is you can rough in your third axis with it. So you're gonna tip it all the way on an angle, and you can adjust your third axis for your sight. Now it's not gonna be perfect, and the reason it's not gonna be perfect because when you draw back your bow, you get a little torque, and that changes it a little bit, but this is gonna get you really, really close. And you can come back the other way to double check uphill and downhill. So now you have a slight uphill. So the other thing that you need to do is with the vise, which helpful, is once you level everything out, which you're gonna need one of these bad boys. This is the level, as you can tell. That clips to your string. And then once you level out your bow, then you can put your arrows on. Check your rests for up and down. And you need to get yourself one of these bad mama jammas. Hook that on. So now you're able to get your bow level. So you're gonna need a press. You're gonna need a couple levels. That way you can level your whole bow out. And then make sure your sight's level. And then there's another tool called a Hamskea, which is downstairs. I forgot to bring it up. Third axis tool that clamps right to your sight bar. Clamp it on. That'll help you dial in your third and your second axis. Super cool little things. So those are what I say you need the most. And I got a couple more things that I think every shop should have. Next thing is you need a good set of Allen wrenches, multiples. I have Allen wrenches everywhere, downstairs, upstairs. If you shoot a bow that only uses Torx, you're gonna need Torx. There's some Torx in here, get a bad loose. Never bad, never hurts you to have some files on hand. Drop your bow in the driveway or something of that nature. You can file off a sharp edge or a burr, and you can keep on hammering as long as your limbs or cams aren't bent or there's any serious damage. Having a file on hand, never a bad thing. A couple little things that you also need to have in your shop. There's the big stuff, like the vise and the press and the arrow saw and the arrow jigs, but these little things are essential to have in your own shop. Need a scale. This is a bow scale, hook it up, pull back. It gives you your peak weight and your holding weight. You should have one of these. That way you know your bow is set up right. If you're building your own arrows, you need a good scale that reads grains. This is essential so you know exactly what you're building and you're building the same thing repetitively. Those are two of the bigger things that I forgot to mention, but definitely need to have these. And the last thing, it's small, but it's pretty essential. An arrow squaring. I think this is called an ASD, arrow squaring device. This is by G5. I've had this one for a while. They have different models now. It's a little bit bigger, a little more robust, but I love this thing. The thing with this is, is that squaring your ends isn't going to necessarily make it more accurate, but what it is going to do is make sure that everything seats exactly square and flush, which is going to make your arrows stronger. And at the end of the day, arrows are a lot of money, so square them up. That's a big one. This is my shop. I hope you like the tour. I hope you get some information on what you need to have if you want to have a shop in your own home. I appreciate y'all. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below if there's something you think I'm missing or need to add, or if you just want to see something, let me know. I will respond to everybody. I don't care what it is, even if you're making fun of me or talking trash, you let me know. I'll respond, even if it's just, hey, stay positive. Thank you guys very much for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all. Later.